Louisiana beer enthusiasts. We are looking at the long
produced Bud Ice since 1994.
He had to help me out there. Pronounced since 1994. Produced Bud Ice. Remember when I was a kid and this came out, everyone went and ran it down, and we put Budweiser regular on the side for this because it was the same price and you got 0.5% alcohol more. We didn't care what it was going to taste like. We just knew we were getting a little bit more alcohol for the same money.
You weren't a kid in 94. Well, you were young.
Hold on a second. This wasn't in the 80s?
94.
Oh.
I wrote an email.
Bud Dry.
Yeah, I wrote an email to Budweiser and I told them they had the date wrong because they claimed it came out in 84. I said, I've got information showing it was 94. And they wrote me back and said, you're right, we'll fix it. They changed their website. Okay, so it's 5.5% alcohol, but it's only 121 calories.
Is that it?
121. It's like a super strong light beer almost. Here's the ingredients: water, corn, rice, and or dextrose syrup.
Dextrose?
Malt.
Is that gum?
I think it's just like some kind of starch. Malt and hop extract. Malt and hop extract. This is not part of the Budweiser family anymore because it's not aged on beechwood chips. So they consider it a different beer. It's Bud Ice, but it's not part of the Budweiser family. Well, that might appeal to you because you always take issue with the
maybe it's part of the Bud Light family. This is not beechwood aged either.
And it's the first draft beer to be ice brewed. It is a draft beer.
It smells like draft beer.
And it's $4.39.
But isn't it all beer, draft beer, before it gets canned or bottled?
No, because they pasteurize most beer, and this is never pasteurized. It's cold filtered. It's not pasteurized. It's not heated up to kill the germs.
So we could be consuming some German beer.
Well, some people drink draft beer and it gives them a nasty headache and stomach trouble because, you know, it's got the bacteria. So I don't know how it'll affect you. My friend Paul loves Bud Ice because he said it tastes like draft beer and he loves draft beer. Okay? You probably haven't had this in so long. You remember the commercials for this in the 90s with the penguins?
Yeah.
Beware the penguins, you know, all that.
Tastes good.
It's golden. It's a little darker than Budweiser.
It's clean. It has no aftertaste. Really?
What about the aroma first, though?
I did the taste first.
That's okay.
The aroma is beer.
It smells like a brewery.
Yeah.
Now you get
beer.
If you go to the Anheuser-Busch brewery in Houston, it smells like this beer. Just like beer everywhere.
It tastes like beer. It smells and tastes like beer. I'm not getting anything else but the combination of everything that makes a beer taste like beer.
I know you talk to me off camera a lot that Budweiser does not sit well with you.
No.
Because of the, you said the beechwood aging bothers you.
Yeah, they take like big old railroad ties of beechwood and they throw it inside of their vat, vaults or whatever that they hold the beer in, and they ferment it with the beechwood for so long.
Well, they were showing me they use chips, like strips of it.
Well,
And
no.
they put it in this big tank and then the yeast gets
I
on
went
it.
and on a tour in the fall of 2005 in Jacksonville, Florida, and they told me that they took big pieces of beechwood and put it in the vats.
Okay. Well, when I went to Houston, they were showing me the strips of it. Well, whatever, they might have changed their, but they were.
So that means that the Budweiser does not taste the same from region to
Well,
region.
wait a minute. It's beechwood. And they said the reason they use beechwood is because it has no flavor, and they don't want to taint it with flavor. They said if they use oak, then the beer would be tasting like bourbon or vanilla, you know, oaky. They don't want it to taste oaky. Although Budweiser is coming out with a bourbon barrel aged Budweiser.
I get it.
That's a new thing they're doing.
Oh,
They got together with Buffalo Trace and they said they're gonna.
Oh, well, you know, they all do that so you can jack the price up.
Hey, well, I was on the news, so.
Like Louisiana auto insurance, let's just jack the price up.
Right. Well, anyway, this is not aged on beechwood chips to my knowledge. It is a different product, but it is draft. And I saw them when I went to the tour 3 years ago at Anheuser-Busch in Houston. They had thousands of 40-ounce bottles that they were filling with Bud Ice on that assembly line in this huge room, and I was watching it. And I was so thirsty and hot, and I was like, I'd like to drink some of that. Anyway, back to this. What's your assessment of Bud Ice?
I like it. It doesn't have that burny chemical background with these ice beers I get. I know. You don't get it, but I do.
I just don't get it, but if you do pick that up, you have to call it.
Yeah.
I always tell people,
I'm not getting that. I'm getting something that's clean and it just tastes like regular beer to me. Just a regular good beer.
And the price is great.
Yeah. Apparently so.
Around here, now in other states it could be high.
Could be.
Around here it's sold as a discount beer. Like they used to sell Bud Dry as a cheap beer around here until it got discontinued. What score would you give this? It's got a light body and a crisp finish, in my opinion.
Same. I'd give it an A. It's good.
Okay.
I like it.
Well, I always give this an A-, but I guess I'm being intimidated by the perception of it. Like, why y'all? Because people will tell me, they say, "Oh, you always give everything a high score," and I tell them, I say, "Well, I mean, I like it. I don't want to get on video and make up lies so I'll look better." You know what I mean? Like, I literally drink stuff like this all the time. So why should I get up there and try to like pose as some kind of great beer person?
It's funny though, I'm looking at the artwork of the can and how they've got it all. It almost looks like it's something that should be on like a race car. But it's definitely 90s deco looking to me.
They're trying to make it look like NASCAR almost.
It just looks like 90s deco art. Like
The 90s?
yeah, when things were kind of like sharp cutted and especially with cars. You know, the cars in the 90s, they were sharp cutted and lights were square and, you know, nothing was rounded like it is now. You know, kind of like my truck.
Well, yes and no, because then you had some cars that looked like a jelly bean, like the Taurus.
Well, I'm going like the majority.
Right, because there was a lot of funny stuff going on in the 90s.
Was a lot of funny stuff going on.
I've got a really old can of Bud Ice. Hold on a second. So you're saying A, I'm going to say A-, but I love it. I mean, I drink it all the time. What the heck?
He drinks it all the time.
What the heck?
I don't.
I bet it's been 20 years. It's probably been 20 years since you drank it, huh? Here's the original Bud Ice can from 1994, and it had that weird...
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Weird ribbed.
That's so you can grip it, hold on to it. It's back when everybody drank out of the can.
And then the original, then they came out with the cut. The bottle was supposed to look like ice.
Yeah.
Remember these?
Yep.
And that's when Bud Ice was like really popular in like 1996 when they had all the commercials. And like you said, everybody was like running to get Bud Ice because it was high alcohol. And then it sort of faded.
It faded because I believe they started pushing Michelob.
Ultra.
No. Michelob Ultra didn't come out.
Till 2002.
Right.
But that's around the time this started to kind of...
Which, yeah, I don't really like Michelob Ultra.
It's too thin, too dull.
It is dull.
But the organic was good, I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, well, so we're saying a very good to excellent beer. I drank it, you don't, but you were favorable towards it.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, so laissez le bon temps aller, and that's it. And y'all come on down to southeastern Louisiana.